Okay, Coach, autumn has arrived in the Mid-Atlantic region of the U.S., and it is a glorious afternoon at M&T Bank Stadium in Baltimore. Here's the scene a short time ago. The Ravens introduced to this sellout crowd, and through a sea of pyrotechnics, out they came from the tunnel. We're set to go as the Ravens get ready to match up with Andy Dalton and the Cincinnati Bengals. Set to go now in Week 6 of the NFL season, and we are underway on EA Sports. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20.
Let's go one more. Yeah.
And that's not the start that he was looking for, as he's going to be met and dropped behind the line. Call it officially a loss of 2 on the first play from scrimmage. Second down.
Second and 12 at the 18-yard line.
First play of the drive goes the wrong way. Here's second and 12. Now a first-time 1,000-yard rusher from a season ago. It's Derrick Henry. A nice job there as he rumbles for 9, and it'll be back to a 3rd and 3.
Well, I think that's what they're going to need to do here in the first half. You've got to take some pressure off of this young quarterback, and no better way to do it than to establish the running game early.
Third play of this opening drive as they're looking at a 3rd and 3. They'll try to run for the first with Henry. And they'll get him down about 3 yards short of the first. Just a 1-yard gain on the play, and that'll mean a call to the punt team as it's 4th down. After last week's loss, you bet this offense probably won. To come out with a little more fire than a 3-and-out.
And I'm sure that people are saying, hey, come on, Coach, where was the pregame talk? Have these guys ready to go? But you and I both know it goes into preparation and practice and being ready to go. That gives you the confidence to come out and play. They've got to find that and fast.
So on 4th down, here's Sam Cook to punt it away. They call that a punt of 38 yards officially. And the Bengals will take over here 1st and 10. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
2-1-2. Move. Go 3-3-68.
This is Joe Mixon, 4th in the NFL in rushing last season. And he will lose yardage here to the 31-yard line. A full 5-yard loss that time. It's going to make second down pretty tough.
Hands up, Lee! Check 41. Hey, come on now, come on now.
On 2nd and 15 now. Dalton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Derek Wolfe popping in for the sack.
2 plays so far, a run and a pass attempt, and both have gone backwards.
Probably not how they drew that up.
Not at all.
Looking for a better play coming up on 3rd. So the sack, and now it's 3rd and long for Dalton and the Bengals.
Hey, 4-1 Mike. Let's go, defense. Let's go, defense. Here we go. He's heavy. Check 3. Hands up.
Dalton here from the gun. He's going to air it out deep for Green. And that'll wind up incomplete. Bold play call there. Now it's 4th down.
Well, that certainly looked like something that they discussed all week in practice getting ready for this one. Take the big shot right out of the gate. At worst, you'll open up the defense a little bit, loosen them up, have them back on their heels.
So on 4th down, on comes the left-footed punter, Kevin Huber, to punt it away. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. Good open field tackling there. A 50-yard punt followed by just a 1-yard return. And the Ravens, they'll take over. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And they'll certainly be trying to do better than that first drive where they went 3 and out.
And sometimes the first drive is just simply to settle nerves. You know what it's like at the start of a game with the emotion. Guys are a little bit jumpy.
You do.
Oh, you understand the same way. It's just like us calling one, right? Making sure we ease into the game, let it come to us.
Well, you went 3
and out. And now they have that opportunity.
No, you didn't go 3 and out. I went 3 and out on that first drive. I'll try to do better here. They go play action now. Jackson. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
Nice play there to force the incompletion. And to me, one thing's for sure. When you're the underdogs and you're playing on the road, you absolutely have to get takeaways. You've got to get the ball from them.
Yeah, win that turnover battle, going to be key. They didn't get one there, but you get the feeling they keep making plays like that, they might just get a few.
Yeah, once you get one, defensive teams think they come in bunches.
There's Jackson on 3rd and long. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Carl Lawson in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
And a few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. This is fielded at the 27. Nearly a huge return, as it is still a very good one. 24 yards, and the Bengals will take over in terrific field position. Mixon with a first down carry. And a 6-yard gain gets him right around the 43.
Despite the blitz, they're still able to pick up a nice solid gain. The disadvantage of blitzing often alters the normal spacing and run fits and leaves creases like they were able to exploit right there.
On second down and 4. Dalton, that's complete. Bernard. And he'll take this into the end zone for a Bengal TD. Giovanni Bernard, his third touchdown now on the year, as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Extra point up and good by Bullock, and it's now a 7-0 game. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line. The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Great job defensively. I think he was trying to go through his progressions, find someone to get rid of the football. Before he knew it, he was on his back.
So that just brings us right back to what you said in the beginning. A great job defensively. Nowhere to go with the football. That led to the sack.
And they need to work to at least get some of this yardage back after the sack. 2nd and 19. He'll air it out deep for Thomas. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And he'll return this one just shy of midfield to the 49. Thomas, the intended target. They told us repeatedly earlier in the week in our meetings, we need some plays from our defense here on the road early. They got one.
And don't think they were above all week long, pointing out to their defense that the other defense is rated higher than them. You going to let that happen, guys? Is that how we're going to play? And they responded to the challenge.
Their D gets the INT. Now what can Dalton do? Buying time to his left. And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away.
Yeah, that one sailed on him. You've got to make sure you give your receiver a chance to come down inbounds because they are very gifted. They'll make the circus catches, but they make them out of bounds. That does you no good.
So after the incompletion on first, now 2nd and 10. Dalton with a give here to Mixon. And he'll lose yardage on the play back at the 45-yard line. That's going to go down as a loss of 5, and it brings up 3rd down. The Ravens bring out an extra defensive back here on 3rd.
We own them. Check.
93, 52, 93, 44, 44. There you go.
41 Mike, right here.
Out of the gun, it's Dalton. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Pernell McPhee, always a threat to find the QB, and he gets to him there. And we say it all the time, have to be able to get rid of the ball sooner than that.
You have to help your offensive line out. They're going to protect you as best they can. And if you're getting 3 to 5 seconds to throw the ball, they're doing a really nice job. But when you hold it and give up a sack, you're really almost discrediting their work.
Nice job bringing that one back. 14 on the return. And the offense will take over with a new set of downs. The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. They've shown precious little here offensively thus far as they try again with a 1st down now. A solid run on 1st down. Gain of 7 leaves them with a 2nd and 3. Operating from the 27 now. Here's 2nd and 3. Derrick Henry. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down.
Gain on the play. And the Baltimore first down. First and 10 at the 31-yard line.
Line of scrimmage, the 31 now on first and 10. After one, 7-0 on EA Sports. First down carry for Henry. And he went backwards. He'll be down at the 30. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down. And now Jackson will look to throw it. Blitz coming, and down he goes. Geno Atkins make that now 8 sacks for him on the season.
They were in the top 5 in sacks in the league coming into this one. That's their 3rd one in this game. Obviously, pass rush has been a strength of this team all year long.
And apparently they're not satisfied with top 5. They want to climb that ladder.
Yeah, I think it goes back to their offseason. They decided to make it a priority, and it's working out.
And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. A big third down conversion with a gain of 28. From the gun, it's a run for Ingram. Sean Williams that time in on the stop. You mentioned very early on the need to establish a running game for this young QB. They really haven't been able to do that, though, in the first half.
So that means what in halftime? Adjustments time, right? Figure out what they are. Figure out the things that they really want to accomplish and who to run behind. Which are your better blockers? Find those guys and get in that direction.
Watch a slap. Watch a slap. Watch a slap.
On second and 9, Jackson. And incomplete. He tried to leave it underneath. Nearly got picked. They may be lucky to have that one back. Third down.
Well, nearly another interception there. That would have been 2 drives in a row with a pick. He's got to start taking care of the ball way better than what we're seeing.
Interestingly, that throw was probably worse than the one he threw the interception on last drive, but fell incomplete. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Mackenzie Alexander with a pick. Nice stiff arm.
Underused, but still effective.
He couldn't get the hook up there that time with Thomas. I tell you what, credit is due there on them preventing the touchdown after that interception.
How about him chasing him down and not giving up the pick 6? Because what happens a lot of the time is when you see the interception, you just kind of hang your head a little bit and you momentarily pause because you're frustrated. He shook that off and gave great chase and got it done.
Still a great return and very good field position.
Heads up. Waiting.
I'm going to run you over. I'm going to run you over.
Break it.
First and 10 for Dalton. This is caught. And he will take it on in for a Bengals touchdown. Joe Mixon with touchdown number 7 on the year. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. CD, it seemed like they were so focused on the guys out wide, they forgot about him out of the backfield.
That's a really good point because you've got to communicate, and oftentimes when you start counting receivers, that's exactly what you do. You start from the widest receiver, work your way inside. Who gets lost sometimes? The back in the backfield. That's exactly what happened there.
And he got into the end zone. Bullock good on the extra point, and it's now 14-0. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And he'll take this across the 25, couple extra yards up to the 27-yard line.
At their own 27-yard line.
Hurry up.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game, and typically those scripts go between 12 and 24, 25 plays. Down 2 touchdowns early, probably not very deep into their script. I think that they'll stay with it. I don't think they'll abandon it just yet and try and generate some offense on this drive.
Anything. At least 3 points, get that 0 off the board. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. On 3rd down, Mark Ingram. And he will have a 1st down here at about the 40. Bit of a surprise. They ran it on 3rd and medium. Proved to be the right call. 1st and 10. Baltimore was the most run-heavy team in the league last year after Lamar Jackson took over as a starter. And you think about Mark Ingram. He goes from a situation where he was sharing time with Kamara in New Orleans. And for the 3rd time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off at the 45. And his guys will take over at their own 44-yard line.
You hear me laughing, partner, and I'm not laughing at the situation, but sometimes you just get yourself into a rut. It's hard to shake yourself out of it.
The Bengals drive about to get going. It's been a good first half so far. They're up 14-0. Points here, that could really put them in command before intermission.
Yeah, and it's all well and good what they're seeing and how they're feeling right now. But this is the NFL. How many times have we watched 14-0 leads evaporate and quickly? So how have we seen them combat it? Continue to run your offense, but don't back off at all. Don't start looking at the clock. Don't start thinking about, hey, just take care of the football. Keep attacking. Usually the best way to maintain control.
Throwing on 1st down, but this one winds up to be incomplete.
But he kind of forced that one there, didn't he? It's almost like he predetermined where he was going to go with the football.
Yeah, he wasn't really going through progressions. He wanted to go to his top guy. You do that against this defense, they'll make you pay, won't they?
Yeah, they certainly will. They react very quickly to the thrown football.
After the incomplete pass, here now is 2nd and 10. To throw again, Dalton. That's complete to John Ross. And he goes down, but not before getting this inside the 25. That'll go as a pickup of 32 on the catch and run.
It's not a surprise when you read scouting reports and watch tape because you know he's a heck of a player. But he is so difficult to get down in the open field. They just want to get him the ball and let him do his thing.
And Dalton to throw. This one hauled in by Sample. And down inside the 15, shy of the 10. It's a gain of 13, and the Bengals have a 1st down.
The beauty of route running is it doesn't matter what position. Everyone's doing the same thing. In this case, tight end, selling the vertical route. Get the defensive back on his heels, break off for the corner, and with good timing, you get a completion, as we just saw there.
368. Don't get nervous. Kill. Regular. Shift. Here we go, Cam.
On 1st down, Mixon. And he's going to be brought down just shy of the 5 at the 6. Give him 5 on the carry there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Frustrating for a defense, energizing for an offense. Finding a way to create that type of yardage in your running game, that'll make the guys carrying the ball very, very happy.
After the pickup of 5, here's 2nd and 5. From the gun, a give to Mixon. And that'll get him halfway there as he takes it from the 6 to the 3-yard line.
Well, they didn't get a whole lot out of that one, but I think you got to continue to try and run and try and keep the defense honest.
You mean or else just sit back, dare you to throw it on every down?
Yeah, you get your quarterback hit a lot that way, too.
Two minutes to play, 1st half. It's 14-0.
Here I come again.
And we'll remind you that coming up at halftime, we'll join Jonathan Coachman and the gang in Orlando. Coach will have stats and scores from the early games going on here around the NFL.
Check motion, 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 motion. 58 to Mike, 58. 58 to Mike.
Hands up.
3rd and 2 for Dalton. He's got it. Touchdown, Bengals. Andy Dalton with his 3rd touchdown pass of the game. Now the Bengals, they widen their lead. There was no going through the progressions on that touchdown pass.
Yeah, nor was it necessary. His receiver won that route early, presented himself. No reason to wait. Go ahead and put it on him and score a touchdown.
Here's Bullock now for the extra point. And it is now 21-0.
Next the score. Bengals 21. Ravens nothing. Randy Bullock to kick off for Cincinnati.
Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This is fielded at the goal line. And he'll take this up past the 20 and down at the 22-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
From up near the 40 now after the big play to start, here's another 1st and 10. This is Henry. It was Jordan Evans making the play defensively.
What's the old expression, 3 yards in a cloud of dust? In this case, it's dust-covered pellets. It's no longer that old grass that we used to play on, right, and chew it up. Now we've got that artificial surface. You see the pellets go up. Still a nice play by the defense.
And he'll get this up past the 45 to the 47.
The tackle made at the 47-yard line.
On 3rd down, Henry. And he's got the first down yardage as he takes it down to the 49. A gain of 4 that time as the drive continues.
Well, that was big right there because they're in the bottom 5 in the league and converting on 3rd down. They needed that pickup in a big way.
There were 2 things they said they wanted to win in this game. One, the turnover battle, and the second, 3rd down conversions. So they got one there.
Check. Crunch.
10th carry now for Derrick Henry. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain.
Henry, the ball carrier. The tackle made at the 47-yard.
So we have reached halftime here, and it's the visiting Bengals out in front. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports halftime report. Coach. And how about this line out of the locker room? An onside kick attempt. The Bengals set to receive. They have the lead and the football to begin quarter number 3.
And that drives coaches insane, doesn't it? When they see that happen, it just doesn't feel right, does it? Plus, you're giving up yardage.
Hands up. Lead. Heavy, heavy, heavy.
Get this.
Hands hot. Hands up.
They go play action here on 1st down. Rush coming, and he's taken down. Marcus Peters came screaming in on the corner blitz. So they come out of the locker room trailing, but plays like that, they won't be trailing much longer. Defense really starting out well this second half.
Yeah, they knew they had to jumpstart things a little bit. They really struggled in the first half trying to slow them down, but now they had a plan, made that adjustment that we always talk about, and it worked very well on that play.
On second down, here's Mixon. And he'll take this one up close to about the 45. They get 2 yards back, but they're going to need a lot more than that here on third down.
Tough first half for him, unable to put up the numbers he's used to producing. But with a guy like him, you and I both know it just takes a couple of explosive touches for him to make an impact on this game and on the stat sheet as well.
Hey, let's go.
Hey, 4-1 Mike, 4-1 Mike.
368.
Tighten up.
Hey, they go 368.
41's coming.
Third and long. What will Dalton dial up? Going deep downfield for Ross. And that'll be incomplete. Well, they took their shot all right, but it comes up empty, and it's fourth down. You can tell they were hoping for a flag there offensively. Several on the sideline motioning. Hey, why not a penalty? Why not a penalty? What did you see?
Yeah, I think you've got to let them play, and the officials are instructed. If there's contact coming from both sides, no flag. Let them fight it out.
And forces fourth down.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. They're down in this game. A chance for the offense, though, to put something on the board, get some momentum here at half two.
Try and get things kick-started for them. And you know at the half, they discussed how they were going to get that done. This is where scripting comes into play a lot of the time.
How many plays do you script coming out of the second?
Most of the time in the first half, you're scripting 12 to 16. I think in the second half, you're really scripting more like 8 to 10. Kind of a starter or an opener, whatever terminology they use. Just something to get you off to a quick start.
And an alley to run. He gets 12 on the keeper there, but now it's third down.
12 yards on the play. Leads to third down and
1. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on third down. They'll run with Henry. And he's going to have the first down, yardage to the 35. At 5 yards on the play there as the drive will continue.
We all love to have a home run hitter in the backfield. Guy can take it the distance. But in short yardage, trying to pick up first downs, that big guy, always a nice luxury to have, isn't he?
They keep it with Henry on first down. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. That's going to go as a loss of 1 on first down.
Well, if these guys are going to chop into that deficit, they're going to have to do a much better job in the run game. Caught behind the line of scrimmage, no yardage to be found.
Bang, 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 bang.
Check 52.
Switch.
Not even a chance to pitch that one as he's swallowed up in the backfield. It's a loss of 2, now third down.
Well, that's the big drawback to this play. Even if somehow the quarterback pitches it, he's not immune to the big hit. In this case, he kept it and absorbed it anyway.
So first and second down went in the wrong direction. They'll try to do better here on 3rd and 13. This time, Jackson will throw it. He can run for it, and he will. And a nice job there defensively to contain him and get him to the ground a few yards short of the first down marker.
A gain of 9. It's fourth down.
I guess they figure they got to start taking some chances. Here's a big one in this third quarter as he'll go for it on fourth down.
Check 59. Mike is 59. Mike to 59.
They can't hang with us.
59's Mike. 59's Mike. Check. 59.
2-6. Army.
They'll indeed go for it with Jackson. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And they get the football. They'll set up shop at their own 49-yard line.
First and 10 at their own 49-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going. They're out in front. Last time they had to punt it away. We'll see if they can add to their lead now.
They don't want to go out and punt it away again. This team now wants to get a cushion, put people away. They want to run their offense and have it end up in the end zone.
And now a pass dumped off to his running back. And they'll work this down to the 40-yard line. Tackled there. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down. A first down throw coming for Dalton. Finding Green complete. And they'll be inside the 35 now at the 34-yard line. Green last year had the lowest numbers of his career output-wise, 694 yards, 6 touchdowns. But, of course, there was a reason for that. He was battling a toe injury the second half of the season. And, boy, did the Bengals miss his presence. They limped to the finish line, losing 7 of their last 8. They are happy to have him back and healthy. They give him about 4 on the play, but he's marked short, so it'll be 3rd and about the length of the football.
Up. 52. It's going to be a long day.
From the gun, Dalton looks to throw. He's got Green. And he's able to get the first here as he's taken down at the 25. The connection since 2011, Dalton to Green for a Bengal first down. Dalton to Mixon on the check down. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And, yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty would do for them? I don't
even know why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Extra point up and good by Bullock on the NFL scoreboard. 3rd quarter now from Jacksonville. Now you saw the score at the bottom of your screen a moment ago. We got a good one going on there. And we'll keep an eye on that one as our game goes along here. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. This will be taken in at the 1. And his guys will get the football right at the 20-yard line.
Let's go.
The Raven offense set at the line for this next drive. And here we are almost through 3 quarters of play, and this passing game still has not really found any kind of rhythm.
Put it mildly, because they're not even over 100 yards yet. And in today's NFL, where it's a pass-first league, that is quite surprising. Not many teams patient enough to stick with the run. Everybody wants to advance the ball through the air. They've got to get their timing back.
One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10. Throwing is Jackson. He's going deep for Brown. And now here is another interception. Picked up by the former first-rounder Trey Waynes. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back. The Bengals drive about to get going. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly, because what you really want to do, even though you know the scoreboard is still up there and the game's going to go on, you feel like you can take the spirit away from another team, that their drive and will to come back and win can be taken with another score right here.
Still 3rd quarter, but you just get that feel.
Yeah, they're teetering right there on the brink, aren't they?
Back now in Baltimore. A lot of folks starting to make their way to the parking lot. Their guys trail big here to begin quarter number 4. Andy Dalton now 6 for 6 since coming back out of the locker room. It's 1st and 10. They'll run on 1st down. Nixon. And this has been a familiar sight all afternoon as they stop him behind the line. They'll wind up losing 3 yards here. And it'll bring up a 2nd and 13.
Stay with your man.
From the gun, Dalton. He gets this one to Boyd. They get 11 back on that one. It leads to 3rd down.
Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
Now the Bengals on 3rd down, 2 for 5 to this point. Here it's 3rd and 2. Operating from the gun. Dalton, and that's complete. It's Green here. Dalton to Green for a Cincinnati first.
This has to go down as one of the simpler routes in the playbook, but oh so effective. Nice completion there. Keeps the sticks moving.
On 1st and 10, here's Andy Dalton. Into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And he'll get it all the way down inside the 35-yard line. Now they get a 4th quarter pick. A little something to hang their hat on, I guess.
Okay, so let's face it, though. Who's happy about this play? Fantasy guys, right?
Yeah.
The analytics will tell you one thing or another. That's a bad play on one hand, a good play on the other, but it's all about the fantasy points here.
Yeah, because this ball game is over. Trying to shake off the interception from the last drive. He'll look to throw.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, and with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. Now, following the sack, they'll look to make amends on a 2nd down and 17. Here's Jackson. This is caught by Antonio Brown. And he's got this down almost to the 20 before he's dropped. A big one there for the Ravens. It goes for 18. For Lamar Jackson, his first NFL start came against the Cincinnati Bengals November 18th in Baltimore of last year. And he threw for 150 yards, ran for 119 more as the Ravens won 24-21 to kick off what became a 6-1 final stretch that got him the AFC North title.
Unfortunately for you, you've been around me for a little while now, so you know me as well as anyone and how I look at a game. I don't ever advocate abandoning anything. But in this case, I'm going against my own thought process. You got to change it up. You got to start throwing it around a little bit, finding ways to try and move the ball, because keeping on the ground just isn't working for them.
Yeah, maybe get him the ball out of the passing game, a swing pass outside or something, just something to vary it up. Got a man, it's Brown. And he gets it inside the 10 to the 9. The Raven passing game getting in sync, another first down.
Nice game there, partner, but you and I both know that won't do anything for the final score. They're not going to win this one. Right now they're playing for pride and fantasy points.
And just to erase that goose egg, nobody wants to be shut out. Flushed out right. He'll try and run it. Hammering for the goal line. He loses the football, and the Bengals grab it. And a terrific return as he'll take it up past the 35.
Well, partner, I think it's safe to say they can mark this down as extremely frustrating. Here we are in the fourth quarter, and that last play, that turnover, I think it epitomizes what happened to them all day on offense.
So symbolic, and that's why they're still being shut out. The Bengals drive about to get going. And this game comfortably in hand. The scoreboard speaks for itself, but you still got your starting quarterback out there. When do you go to the backup? Let him get some time.
And that's one of the great questions in the NFL, Brandon, because I'm just going to tell you, in the 2015 season, I commentated on 3 games in a row that were blowouts. And in none of them did the starting quarterback ever come out of the game.
Under heavy pressure, and down goes Dalton on the sack. Calais Campbell finding his way home for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
So after the sack, here's 2nd and 14.
Check.
To throw here, Dalton. He gets this in the hands of Mixon. And he'll bring it up here to right at the 40-yard line. 7 yards on the play. And all of a sudden here, it's 3rd down.
Come to my work. We want it. Come to my work.
Dalton here from the gun. And able to find Green. And he'll be corralled out across midfield down to the 45. That one good for 15, and the Bengals get a first down. Now a play fake here on first down. He's such a good route runner. Shows it there on 3rd down. Very proficient and a good pass.
And you know what I've observed over the years in the NFL? The better a route runner you are, the more confidence your guy's going to have in you to go to you in important times, because he can trust you being in the right spot, and they connected there and picked up a first down.
So the Bengals in possession of the football here as we get you reset. And they have just about put this one on ice as they've got it here at 1st and 10. Here's Dalton. He goes right back to Green. He's got it complete. 12 yards that time and a Cincinnati first down. Well, this is how you shake the thoughts of that interception on the last drive. You come out and start this one 4 for 4.
And watching him throw it around with that type of confidence reminds me of a guy I played with way back when who told me, I don't care if I throw 10 interceptions in a row. I'm going to stay confident, keep flinging it. I just figured there's something wrong with the football.
And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Dalton operating in the red zone now. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down. They're still throwing the football here, and obviously the incompletion stops the clock. That's a bad thing.
Feels to me like they're just keeping them honest on defense, because you know they're going to stack the line of scrimmage and try and stop any type of a running play. Short little passes may work in exchange of running plays. Keep the clock moving, keep them moving.
Yeah, I guess you're right. If they can get some first downs, just as good as running the football.
Motion. Here you go.
93, 52, 93, 44, 44. There you go.
You got tight. You got tight right there.
Oh, passing it. Dalton. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
Now, he's been a busy man out of the backfield. They've looked his way quite a bit so far in this game.
Nice job there defensively, though, adjusting, because a couple of his earlier catches, he was wide open. Not that time.
You mentioned the key word, adjustment. A better cover man on him now in space.
Give me some. Give me some. Here we go.
Third down, a shot here for Dalton. He's got it. And he'll be taken down at the 2-yard line. They're able to convert on third down, and that sets up a first and goal. Now the Bengals going to use the first of their timeouts, as they'll get a chance to talk it over after picking up the first down. That's what we're used to seeing from him right there. Plays like that, why he's number 4 in the league in terms of receiving yardage.
Able to make adjustments all along the way. Doesn't matter where he lines up, where he releases from, working his way.
And they are going to score again. Yet another touchdown as they just add to their totals. And for them, this train, it just keeps rolling, doesn't it? Well on their way to yet another victory.
Yeah, it's almost a runaway, isn't it? And you just wonder how anyone could stop this. They got full momentum going, full confidence going. But it's not just their own confidence that's leading them. It's the lack of confidence against their opponents now, because they see them coming and think, we've got no shot to beat this team.
Bullock good on the extra point, and the lead will swell by one more. Now Bullock will send this one away after the touchdown. And a fair catch signaled for and taken successfully.
The Ravens take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The Baltimore offense at the line, set to get going. And let's face it, this drive is not going to have any bearing on this game, but it's kind of important for one reason, isn't it?
It certainly is. You got to get points. And okay, all right, I'm being facetious here, but you get points, you feel a little bit better about yourself as you move on to the next one.
And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Here's 2nd and 7 now from the 28. Again, it's Henry. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Now the Ravens going to use one of their timeouts, as they'll get it with just a shade under a minute to go in the game.
First and 10 at the 38-yard line.
A solid run by Derrick Henry, and here's another 1st and 10. Going to give this time to the tailback. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play there, 2nd down.
No gain on the play. Brings up 2nd and 10.
Henry will get it. He's been busy today. And a good swarm to the football defensively as they get him down at about the 40. After getting stuffed on first down, not much better there. 2-yard gain. Play action. Now Jackson. Open man is Michael Thomas. And he's got another first down as the tackle's going to be made at the Bengals 35. The Ravens going to use the 2nd of their timeouts as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock.
First and 10 at the 35-yard line.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
You gonna see me in your nightmare.
And that play went nowhere. Losing yardage. It'll be back at the 36. Ravens going to use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop the clock with 12 seconds to go in the football game. Now this time he'll look to throw. He's going to let it fly. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Jesse Bates. And a big turnover there as his guys will get the football back.
At their own 20-yard line.
The Bengals drive about to get going, and they've got this one in hand. No timeouts remaining defensively, so this one should just be one kneel and then handshakes.
Today's
So this one in the win column now for the Cincinnati Bengals. And I tell you what, Charles, this might be about as good as it gets. They were incredible.
Yeah, offense was in fine form. The defense threw the shutout at them. I think they worked in concert together. What I like about the offense was they held the ball pretty well. You know, time of possession, exactly what they were looking for in this one. And that helped out their defense. Didn't have to be out there the entire time. So when you do that and you're out there